Hey, Olly.
You sure don't look very happy. Uh-oh. Is it a letter from your parents again?
No, Olly.
Why the long face?
I just got my rent bill and I'm so broke I don't have enough money to pay it.
Rent? Bill? What are those?
Look, I'm sick and tired of all these questions. You're lucky I let you stay here for free. I'm sorry, Olly. I know as a puppet, it's in your nature to be inquisitive. And I like all the questions you asked me. About that other thing I said, that was just my internalized neoliberalism talking.
Neo what?
I was gonna wait till you got a little bit older to tell you this, but I guess now is the time that you learn the sad, sad truth about Mr. Neoliberalism. That is, if the kids at home are ready to learn about it.
I'm ready to learn about Mr. Neo.
Alright, well, you might want to sit on my lap for this one.
Snazzy.
It's a scary one. Once upon a time, there lived a very rich man named Mr. Neoliberalism, but we'll just call him Neo for short. Even though Neo was already very rich and had everything he needed, he decided that he wanted even more money. So he came up with a scheme that looked like it would help everyone get more money, but actually, Neo's plan would only help people like him, people who already had a lot of it. Neo told everyone that if the government had less control over businesses and the market, that it would be super easy to get rich because there would be no limits on how much wealth or how many commodities there could be. Neo said that since everyone was going to be rich eventually, there would be no more need for things like welfare. Neo told everyone that welfare was giving money to people who were lazy and that these government handouts were encouraging the laziness and stealing taxpayers' money. What he didn't say is that criminalizing poverty, which means being poor, ignores economic inequalities, actual causes in the United States, like 347 years of slave labor, racism, sexism, and different levels of ability, just to name a few. He said if all companies were privatized, that is, if their ownership were transferred from the government to individual for-profit companies, they would provide a better quality of service. What he didn't say is that privatizing things like water, education, and electricity would make those important resources unaffordable to people who were not as rich as himself. Neo said that the next step in everyone's economic freedom was deregulating businesses, which means removing government controls. He said this would help increase productivity and profits and encourage competitiveness, a value he thinks is very important. What he didn't say is that removing government-enforced industry standards usually results in more pollution of the environment and destroys labor unions. Labor unions are collectives of workers that work together to make sure workers receive fair wages and benefits from their employers. Finally, he told everyone that they had an individual responsibility to succeed. The individual, he said, if they work hard enough, can achieve all their dreams and make it to the top. The only thing stopping the individual was himself. What he didn't say is that everyone making it to the top is impossible. Capitalism, which thrives on neoliberalist policies, requires many people to remain on the bottom of the economic pyramid. Those at the top and in the middle retain and increase their wealth by keeping those in the economic bottom where they are. This includes low-wage or underpaid workers, as well as free or almost free work from prisoners. Although some people and puppets were skeptical, most of them went along with Mr. Neo's idea. Mr. Neoliberalism was called an economic visionary. Neo and all of his rich friends became richer than ever, and those who were already poor became even more poor, and people in the middle class just became more self-righteous. Every night, Mr. Neoliberalism celebrates at his mansion and drinks apple martinis. And that's the end.
Ah, That was scary. Mr. Neoliberalism sure is a meanie. I'm glad that was just a story.
Well, it's not just a story. We live in a capitalist society. Neoliberalism is a cultural norm.
What is a cultural norm?
A cultural norm is a value or belief that's ingrained in us. It's represented as being true or normal, and everyone is expected to follow or measure up to it. It's supposed to shape our perception of reality.
Oh, okay.
There's not really a man named Mr. Neoliberalism, and the pyramid thing is kind of a simplification. But those lies Mr. Neoliberalism was telling us are the same lies that people in power tell to keep us apart. They try to make capitalism seem like it's fair and hide the way it actually works.
But capitalism's not fair at all.
Yeah, tell me about it. But you know, Olly, there are lots of ways that you can poke holes in Mr. Neoliberalism's plan. Don't buy into the American dream, call it out for what it is. Don't accept the status quo, question authority figures who tell you to lay low. Remember that the police protect the wealth of those who have it. They police different bodies differently as a racist, homophobic, transphobic values see fit.
You cannot quit if the ladder of success you cannot climb. It's just what was intended by those filthy rich slime. Unlearn those values, measure success on your own terms. That capitalism isn't working is all your struggle confirms.
Forget that rugged individual stuff. Love and value others every day. And when times are tough, know always that friendships and community are more powerful than things money can buy. And hopefully, someday soon, Mr. Neoliberalism will die. I will die.
Wow. There sure are a lot of ways to undermine neoliberal values.
There sure are. Now let's go to that BART station and play this song. Maybe we'll busk enough money to pay my rent.
Yeah, let's go.